Welcome to Seed Thursday, everyone. So today's Seed Thursday is answer to your name. So, so I have it was something that I needed to write. I needed to write a bio. A bio was asked of me to write, right? So I have always had issues with like writing papers. Not that I can't write a paper, not that I can't write a speech. I can do those things, but getting started for me, sometimes it'll be 2 weeks. And I say I'm starting early on writing a paper when I was in college or grad school. Um, or I would say, sometimes I'll just stare at the computer for like hours in a day and like looking at the computer. Well, needless to say, I do work well under pressure, but this particular time I had troubles getting started because a bio is about who. It's not about nobody else, but it's about you as a person, yourself. So, and recently, months ago, I did a podcast episode or a couple episodes on the real me. So who God says we are. So I was lying in my bed. I will never forget this day, October the 7th of 2023. I had just woke up and my husband, he was doing something. He was getting ready to go somewhere. And I just awoke and I had my eyes open, but I was still kind of waking up. And I heard God say, woman of integrity. And I'm like, and he said it again, woman of integrity. And so I thought about this. I've been thinking about this, guys, since October the 7th, right? And you know how when your mama or your dad or somebody calls your name as a kid and you like, ma'am, or you answer to the call, you answer to your name because that's your name, right? So it didn't seem foreign to me when God spoke to me himself and said, woman of integrity. It's like, wake up, woman of integrity. And I took it as, because I've been researching integrity, and there's more to the eye of integrity. It's more to it than just being honest. A woman of integrity is not just an honest person, but they're honest when they're seen and they're honest when they feel like they can get away with things when things are not seen. Not just that, a woman of integrity is a confident person, they're confident in their stance. They're confident in what they're speaking. They're confident. And all of these things are like, it's like connecting the dots for me. I can't tell you guys all the stories that's connecting up and leading up to what God told me on October the 7th. But he called me woman of integrity. And I know in the book of Ephesians what God has called us. But I was like, wow, he didn't call me Sarah. He didn't call me Deborah. He didn't call me Miriam. All these great women, that we have read about and that we continuously read about and we continuously learn about not just their story, but God gives us another revelation or more to what, was going on in their story or whatever. He reveals more into us in regards to his word, right? So I'm just thinking about this and I'm like, wow, woman of integrity. Like, are you answering to your name? Are you answering to the name that God has called you? And y'all, it kind of blew my mind. And I'm not saying I'm a dishonest person. And I know that it's more that God is going to tell me about, woman of integrity, about who I am. But it feels so good to get to know, not just somebody else, but it's good to know who you are as a person, how God sees you, who he calls you. It just makes your back just straighten up. It just makes you feel so good about yourself because you are chosen, because you are adopted, because he is your father, because you do belong to him. And it feels so good to belong. It feels good to be a woman of integrity. And to make a long story short, that is what started my bio. That, I believe, that was the first line that I wrote, woman of integrity. And then God just started pouring and I just started writing. I had to cut it off because I had a stopping point I had to meet. But that's one of my little things is starting to write, especially about myself. And it feels good. It felt good to write, a bio about myself and seeing myself within that bio of who God called me, and who I am in Him. And so are you answering to your name? Are you answering to the name that God called you? We are chosen. We're His people. We're His children. So answer to your name. And when you answer to your name, look for instruction, because God didn't call you and not give you instruction. Anytime your parent has called you, they call your name, you're going to answer, ma'am, sir. You're looking for instruction like, yes, how can I help you? Like, what do you want? Or because there's a reason why He called you, right? So there's a reason why God called you. So answer to the call. Answer to your name, because you are the one that He has chosen. That's what I got for Seed Thursday today, guys. Answer to your name. I love y'all. Until we meet again, y'all don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to Voices of Substance on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And don't forget, Voices of Substance is dropping the last episode for Labor and Deliver. That is part 3. So check out Labor and Deliver part 3 podcast for Voices of Substance. That will be on tomorrow morning. It drops. So check out the last episode. If you haven't caught episode 2, you can go back and listen to 1, 2, and 3 tomorrow. And then we have something great that's coming in store for next week, Friday. So check us out. Stay tuned. And again, don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to Voices of Substance on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Until we meet again, guys, I love you guys. Y'all take care.